Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
In fact, the same storm system in part responsible for our winter weather today and this evening. It's been a very complex forecast just for the simple fact that it's been a wide variety of precipitation going back and forth. At 1 minute it's a wet snow, and then afterwards it's sleet, and then it goes back to freezing rain. So it's been really all over the place as far as precipitation type. But the bulk of the first main batch of moisture, which came through, of course, this afternoon and this evening, starting to slide off eventually out to sea across east coastal Massachusetts. Behind it, temporarily left with flurries, drizzle, and freezing drizzle. But then another area of slightly heavier moisture will arrive later tonight into tomorrow, and that looks like mixed precipitation as well, a little bit of everything. As far as what fell this afternoon and this evening, where else but the northwest suburbs, central, western Kent County, northwest Rhode Island, anywhere between 2.5 to as much as 5 inches, Foster and West Gloucester. Now, this 5-inch snow, it's a very wet, sticky, heavy snow, and it's caused some limbs and some power lines to sag. Even some reports, though very sporadic and isolated, of some power outages northwest corner of the state. So overnight, sleet and freezing rain confined to northern suburbs. It'll be mostly rain in central and southern suburbs, though some glazing of ice. Now for tomorrow, it's mixed precipitation, a little bit of everything, but eventually later in the afternoon as it gets colder, we'll see a turnover to light snow, which will continue into early tomorrow evening. Additional accumulations perhaps, but they would be very small. Nothing compared to what we had this afternoon and this evening. And look at the temperatures. They're chilly, especially in our northwestern suburbs. It's around 32. So you throw in some rain and freezing rain, we're getting a glazing and some ice in this blue zone. There's a little further to the south. Temperatures are just above freezing, between 35 and 38. It's been essentially a drizzle, light rain in Providence, and a little bit of icing, just for the simple fact that the temperature is near 33. What's happening in the atmosphere is that the temperature near the ground is still cold, but above our heads it's actually warming up, so the precipitation comes down as rain, as plain rain, as liquid precipitation, but when it gets down to the ground where it's still freezing, it ices up and it glazes up a little bit, and that's what we're seeing right now in our northern suburbs. Typically when you go up in the sky it gets colder, but it's just the reverse tonight. It actually gets warmer the higher up you go. So there's that first batch moving through. It's this second area back in here across Pennsylvania and the mid-Atlantic states, a second energized weather system that will approach overnight into tomorrow. Now, most of the time this will be either rain or mixed precipitation, so additional accumulations with this second round would be minimal for tomorrow, but a little bit of accumulating frozen precipitation tomorrow. Temperatures near the ground still cold right near the surface, but again, high above our heads it's warming up. So what we're getting is that rain falling into some of the colder air, producing the freezing rain and the sleet. So accumulations for this evening, most of this has been realized already. If I get in even closer here, this red zone of 3 to 5 inches of snow, most of this has fallen already. In the blue zone, 1 to 2 inches of slush. So overnight tonight, it's mostly rain south and sleet and freezing rain to the north. Temperatures in the mid-30s. So overnight, the best chance for sleet and freezing rain would be up here. Everything in this green zone would be a plain rain during the overnight. It's mixed precipitation tomorrow morning, 30 to 36. And then during the afternoon, it'll get slightly colder. We'll see a transition from north to south, back over to at least some light snow. Now, as far as any additional accumulations, they would be very minimal. Most areas tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, perhaps a dusting with a little bit more just to the north in this red zone. This is on top of what's on the ground already. So certainly allow for some extra travel time tomorrow. Side roads and side streets are still kind of slushy and messy. Mixed precipitation tomorrow, changing over to light snow and continuing early tomorrow evening. When does it dry out? On Friday, becoming partly sunny, 39. A storm on Saturday will be rain, not snow, 54, so pretty warm. And then partly sunny, dry, more comfortable on Sunday with a temperature at 47. Getting some sporadic reports of parking bans and even some either cancellations or delays. So certainly check out our website, not just now, but when you wake up again early tomorrow morning.
Okay, thanks, Tony.